Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Concert Junkies, Rob and John. Oh yeah.
What's going on, guys? We're live. I'm Rob. This is Fran, and would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Joe from Consume the Divide. How's it going?
It's going.
How you guys doing this evening?
I'm doing well. Fran, can you hear us?
Uh-oh. She's gone quiet. Fran quiet is weird.
Yes,
it's really weird. You can see she's laughing though.
Yeah. well, until she can figure that out, I guess I'll start with my normal hard question of the day.
Fire away, man.
What do you want to leave as your legacy?
As my legacy?
As a person, not music.
As a person.
Yeah.
Just that I'm kind of remembered as a good person, a good father, somebody dependable that you could count on, be on your side, lift you up. And just, I want to be one of those just overall good dudes, as cliche as it sounds.
Aw.
It's true. Fran, you've known me a long time. I mean, you think that's kind of accurate of the way I portray myself?
You know what? No, I know it's legit. But to see that soft side of you, aw.
Yeah. The 30 to 40 minutes I get to spend on stages is that mean charade.
It's when you rage, man. Hell yeah.
I'm just a big kitty cat.
Aw, meow. All right. Well, to jump into my role on this one, for everyone who's just now joining us, I'm Fran LaSavage. On location, I'm at the Thunderdome, a new location, and co-host for Concert Junkies, of course, everyone knows Rob. And with us, we have Joe from Consume the Divide, a Chicago-based metal band. And I got some questions for you I've been wanting to ask.
Ooh, let's go.
I'm a firm believer in not my circus, not my monkeys. But here's the beautiful part is I'm a journalist, so now I can find you. Now I can ask.
Let's go.
Yeah. So first and foremost, we are missing some people.
Yeah, we are.
You want to give them a props and a shout out?
Not really, but I will. We got Dan Hardman on vocals as well. He may pop in here sometime tonight. Jeff Furman on bass, Aaron Basil on guitar, and Mike Hicks on drums. That rounds out our roster.
All right, and they're not here because whatever reason. Thanks, guys. I hope you're listening or listening.
But I'm happy to be here.
I'm glad you're here too. And I hope Dan can, pop in, even if it's, briefly. Say hello. What's up?
Yeah, I know he got off of work recently. He's racing home, so he may pop in.
Okay, cool. Well, if he's listening, dude, you can totally log on with your phone.
Let's go, guys. Come on.
It wouldn't be the first time we've had a musician in their car driving and going live with us. It's not the first time.
I don't doubt that.
Or even on the road to a gig, we've had that happen several times.
Oh, that wouldn't shock me either.
Yeah, it's great. The whole band will
I'd probably be in that position once or twice before.
Yeah, and it won't be the last either. It's going to happen.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Regardless, I'm glad at least you were able here to make it. Hopefully Dan can make it. If the guys are watching, they can still at least throw in comments if they're too busy with work or friends. They can say hello, and we can.
For sure.
So, Consume the Divide.
Yes.
What is the story behind that name? How'd you come up with it?
Are you really going to ask me the $1 million question right off the bat?
Yes, absolutely.
It gets harder as we go. So
from him,
that's an easy one.
Yeah, it means exactly what it says. I'll just leave it as that. It's open to interpretation.
I really want to actually know. Consume the divide. The divide of what? Anything and everything? Or is there a specific divide?
No, it was the old skeleton legs open logo. So that's the divide. The old rock and roll adage.
Okay, well, I was hoping for a much better story, but okay, still cool. I was expecting some like twisted thing coming from you, but
No, I'll be honest with you. I will be honest. Despite being one of the original guys from back in the day, that name came about 6 months before I joined.
really, okay.
It did.
So how long was the band already around before you joined?
Probably about that long.
6
In all
months?
honesty, yeah.
Yeah.
I it was during my hiatus from the scene. I had played in a band previously from 2001 to 2009. Took some time off and had some friends in the band, and they invited me to come hang out. I had an itch to scratch as far as some unfinished business of doing music and such like that. It had been 4 years. I'm like, surely people have forgotten who the hell I am because I'm a nobody. I was in a local band for 8 years.
So
Whoop-de-doo.
now you're
And
having an itch and you need someone to scratch that itch for you.
yeah, so and they said, well, we're doing this show. Ironically enough, you mentioned Penny Road earlier. They were playing a show at Penny Road, and I was friends with everybody in the band already. So I went out. I said, all right, this is pretty cool. It was nice to get back out, hang with the guys again, and get back out to a show. And they invited me out to a practice. I went out to a practice, and they basically told me that the reason that they wanted me to come out, check shit out, is they wanted to bring me in as a vocalist. So I said, okay, that's pretty straightforward. And I said, give me some time to think about it. I thought about it for probably a couple weeks. My daughter was on the way. She was probably about 3-4 months before she was born that I joined. And, I was playing hockey in the meantime, so I stopped skating and started doing band stuff again. And here we are 10 years later.
All right, cool. And I know I've known you for at least several of it, if not a little bit more.
Yeah.
Now, technically, there are 2 singers in your band.
Correct. Yep, myself and Mr. Daniel Hardman.
Right. So there are 2 singers, and you guys both sing together every song. I mean, I haven't seen you guys actually sing a solo. Right.
No,
So
it's all.
Was Dan already there, or did he come after you? What was
No, actually, Dan was in another project, and excuse me, we were neighbors at kind of like a storage space studio setup, and it's funny because we were just talking about this last week because Dan's coming up on his 8-year anniversary with the band, so we were all just bullshitting just the band next door and us, and we were just chilling outside one night. We said, what would happen if we combined these 2 bands? Everybody's friendly. We were on the verge of transferring out some members. They were on the verge of transferring out some members. And we just, through all the shenanigans later, we got everything figured out. And for the most part, the core of it has been me, Jeff, Dan, and Aaron, the guitarist, for the last, let's call it 8 years.
Okay. That's good. And then, of course, now, Dan's been a part of it for how long has it been?
Almost 8, just about 8, maybe a little over. So
you've had the same members. I'm sorry, Rob. I don't want to be like cut off and then come back to it. I feel bad. I'm asking a million questions. And I'll let you take over. Mean, technically,
we've had a couple
10 years. You guys have been pretty original.
As far as the core members, yeah, we've had a few secondary and tertiary guitarists go in and out of the system, and we Mike, the drummer, he's the newest. He's been with us for 2 years now.
The baby, huh?
Yeah, right.
So how's it been with him?
Fantastic. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Fantastic.
Fantastic, if you will. No, the dude's a beast on drums.
Yeah, he is.
He can write, he can structure things, and he can freaking play.
I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree. All right, Rob, go ahead. I'll let you take over for a little while, man. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna start with not that hard. 2-day festival first Friday is all female fronted. Second day is mismatched. Who are your top 5 for female? Who are your top 5 for the other day? And of course, you're playing, so you'd be number 6.
Okay, so first day is top 5 female fronted bands, you said?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go with Arch Enemy, Amaranth. God, I just had it on the tip of my tongue and now it's gone. In this moment, Lacuna Coil, and you know what? Fuck it. I just saw a video for these guys the other day. We'll go Butcher Babies on that.
Okay. That's a stellar lineup.
And then the second day, I'm sorry, you said?
It's mismatched. It could be
Male,
Just
friend, or
anything.
female, whatever.
it could be
Yeah,
male,
whatever band, yeah.
female.
And we're on day 2.
You're on day 2, yes.
Give me Dope, A Killer's Confession. Give me Lamb of God. Give me Devil Driver. And us would be 5.
Okay.
I think that'd be a badass lineup, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. It would be, actually. It'd be fucking killer.
Caught me off guard on the Friday one, but I think I was ready for that.
That's cool. Hell yeah. Rob, I'll let you go another one, man. I just kept talking, so I'll let you go one more.
Yeah, that was a good one. That one made me think.
I normally make everybody think a little bit. So, if you had to go back to the 90s, and you can bring back 2 items, actually, no, I'll give you 3 items. What would you bring back?
3 items. 3 items from the 90s.
It could be food, it could be drinks, it could be a toy.
My 89 Blazer S10.
It's not 90s. It was released in 90, though. So
No, but I bought it in the 90s.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to him. You can have that.
Yeah, I definitely didn't buy it new. I promise you that. Items from the 90s. God. Give me a VHS because I have a crate of those of old school stuff somewhere. And I will take.
Speaking of that, were you kind and you rewind or no?
What's that?
So speaking of that, were you ever kind and rewind?
Oh, yeah. I had friends that worked at Blockbuster. I don't want to make their job difficult.
Okay.
And I will go with, I'm going to say probably one of the first hockey jerseys I ever bought. Let's just say that.
Which
I don't even
was?
remember. It was probably a Hawks jersey.
So you want to bring back a jersey from the 90s, the first one you bought, but you don't remember what's on it?
At this point now.
Okay, well then shit.
That's early. That's early 90s.
You just know you liked it. I get it. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because it's vintage.
At this point, yeah.
Yeah.
How does that
At
make
this-
Isn't it scary
Oh.
to say the 90s are considered like old school
Yeah.
and vintage? It's like,
Yeah, it does. It's uncomfortable.
but yet,
I've made
the
peace with
90s
it.
are taking over with our generation of kids. They're liking everything that's, from the 90s,
Well-
the flannels, like the style. I'm waiting for Jenkos to come back. That's
Oh, it's coming. It's coming. I
it's
promise. Trip's coming back. Trip's already back. I see people wearing those Trip Ink pants all the time now.
Remember the fucking dress black shoes with the metal points in the front?
Yep.
I
Oh,
used to
yeah.
love the hell those.
Oh, yeah. They're there. I promise you.
And then Ziva Cavarici and IOUs.
Tamagotchis are next.
I'm showing my age. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Rob.
boy.
All right, if you have a choice to play your entire show with a ukulele or play the worst cover song ever, what would you choose?
Oh, I'm gonna play the worst cover song ever because I can't play an instrument.
Okay, I'm going to elaborate from that. What do you think is the worst song ever?
What do I think is the? I don't. Oh God.
Your personal opinion. Your personal opinion.
Dude, I don't even know. Like on the
I have a
spot,
list.
like I don't know. Like I can think of overrated, but it's like I can't say something is worst because it's just that's my opinion of something. You know what I mean? It's
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. In your opinion,
it doesn't make it bad, you know. But
no, absolutely not. You have a right to have your own taste. You know.
I mean, I can turn on FM radio and say that's the worst thing I've ever heard at any given point of the day. So
in today's day and age, you're not far off on that.
you know, so I hate to give the bullshit answer on that, but yeah, I'm gonna go with the bullshit answer on that one.
He refuses to answer.
That's the first time ever. That's the first
He's
time
watching
ever
his ass.
somebody's ever done that.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't.
like I get it. Like
I have no problem saying this. Ace of Base. I saw the sign. I hate that damn song. I hated it when it came out, and when I hear it now,
I hate that song too. It's annoying as shit, but it's like
I'm saying it. I have no problem saying it. Ace of Base. No,
I'll cover it. If there's publicity for it, I'll cover it. I don't give a shit.
All right. Rod, gonna get another?
Like I don't know how you. I mean, the Ace of Base thing. Like that song's not that horrible. Like I can. It's like
now. This is where it becomes matter of opinion. Let's have this conversation.
Why not? Why not? We're here.
We've blurred the gray.
It's already here.
Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome. I did that. I just can't stand it. I just find it obnoxious and annoying. And no, it's just no.
I'm gonna
just like
have to,
just like B-52s. I love B-52s, but that one song, Love Shack.
Oh, come on! You can't hate Love Shack.
No, but I love that they were in Bedrock, the remake of the Flintstones movie.
No, I don't even want to hear about the Flintstones. You can't hate Love Shack.
Dude.
Fran wants me to hang up right now.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, I'm not the one on interview here. Enough about me.
All right, well, I'm gonna have to say my top two, and I cringe every time I hear it, is Corey Hart, I Wear Sunglasses at Night. There's a backstory behind that. And what do you call it? Katy Perry, Fireworks.
Honestly, on a stupid bet and or dare, I could see myself covering and or either.
I can too.
100%.
If you cover Corey Hart and I'm there, I'm throwing shit, point blank. But I'll be that guy.
That's fair.
Too funny.
I will bring the Rotten Tomatoes.
They break easier. I appreciate it.
Yeah, right. There you go.
Oh, no, I'm going to freeze them first.
God damn it.
Too funny.
No, but like, I'll get this question out of the way because it feels like it's a staple now of always asking this question. Last Supper scenario. Who are your top 12 people? One has to be a female, and it could be a cartoon. It could be anybody. It can musicians.
12 apostles and your Mary Magdalene. Anyone or anything. Whatever weird fetish you may have.
That's a good one. 12 people. Do I want to eat dinner with 12 people? One last time.
And if you need a kiddie table, let us know. You can have
I just might.
There's the people you want there, but you don't want them like there. They're just there.
I mean, honestly, I'm
you want them there, but they're just there.
Just by doing what I do.
Have these people.
I'm not an uber social person, but I would have, honestly, I'd have my family with me. I would have my bandmates with me. I'd have their families with me because we're all tight.
That is way more than 12.
Yeah, like I said, it reminds
There's
me of
a
my
kid-
wedding because it's just like I had everybody that I wanted at my wedding, and it was just like it was awesome. And it's like I don't know how to top that. So
Okay.
Who's Mary
like
Magdalene?
I would say the normal 12 to 15 people that I'm around on a daily basis, weekly basis, that would be my Last Supper.
Who's the Mary Magdalene?
Who the fuck is Mary Magdalene?
Okay, so
We're-
I love that this just happened because this has never been asked. Okay, the Last Supper. Behind Jesus, to his right, is a chick wearing a fucking look. She almost looks nun-like, but isn't. It's Mary Magdalene. She was the whole.
Why? We gotta go that way.
I am just floored that this just happened. Okay. Jesus hung out with. Okay, I'm gonna show up.
yeah, let's
did
not
that
go
too.
down
It's
that
religion.
road.
I can't go any further. No religion, no politics. I can't.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
Don't do it.
There's-
So anyway,
was my way out.
he had a chick, and it wasn't Mary. So who's your Magdalene?
No, trust me. I know. I'm a smart guy.
Okay, so who is it?
Hmm?
Who is it?
Who's Mary Magdalene?
Yours.
No.
You're supposed to pick
Who is
one
it?
female.
Oh, my wife.
Okay.
I thought I said that.
You can't
No,
be
but-
that.
My bad. I thought I said that in the very beginning.
Do you have a regular cup?
Okay.
I love that this just happened. Thank you for that. Was entertaining as fuck to me, Joe. Thank you. God, I miss you.
I'm here for it.
Okay.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Getting on the I miss you part. Next set. First and foremost, you told me the story of the band,
Mhm.
of where the name came from. How did you guys all meet? I mean, how did it begin?
I'll start with Jeff. I've known him the longest. When I was in my first band, he was in another band that we would often interact with and share shows with. So I've known Jeff probably going back to the very early 2000s. I would say 2001, 2002, 2003-ish. Dan, I met kind of when I told you the story of the merger that happened between the two bands. That's honestly right around the time me and Dan met. Had no idea who he was prior. We weren't previous friends or acquaintances or anything like that. We were just, two buddies that hit it off, and it worked out great. Aaron was brought in because Dan had previously worked with him in another band. After we were going through some guitarist changeover, and I didn't know who he was, and the dude's awesome. I can't say enough about the guy, just as a friend and as a person, as a human. And then Mike was actually referred to by the owner of the company I work for. So after our initial drummer, our previous drummer, had quit, he was suggested we had Mike out for a few tryouts, and things went really well with that. So I'm really glad that the owner of my company suggested him for the job. So it worked out fortuitously.
That works out. There you go.
Yeah, because I usually try not to mix, work and hobbies outside of work, but this one worked out really well.
There you go. That's awesome. So another question I've been dying to ask, but I'm going to get to that. First off, welcome back.
Thank you. Yeah, the couple years, 2.5, 3 years off was boring.
Rob,
was boring.
the reason why I'm saying welcome back to him is because Consume the Divide went on hiatus.
Yeah, literally right before the pandemic.
There was a lot of questions on what's going on. It was back and forth, and then they made the announcement last year. The
Yeah,
triumphant return.
it was really, we did a couple shows in 2019, and January 2019, we decided that we were going to take a break and just write, and just do some writing and just retool the camp and do this and that. And pandemic hit, and that was that. And
So it was
pandemic,
just it was an actual like band positive agreement just to lay low.
yeah. No, it
Okay.
wasn't. It wasn't
Okay.
any disparity at that point or anything like that.
Okay.
It was all right. We've been playing 4 to 6 shows a month. Let's take a break. We any show we can get our hands on, we took. It didn't matter if it was near the border of Wisconsin, Indiana. If it was within a 2-3 hour drive, we were taking that show.
And I remember that.
Yeah.
And then when I heard that you guys were going on hiatus, I'm like, what happened?
Weird. But we needed it. We needed it. It's like, it's cool playing the songs that everybody likes, but as an artist, you need to play more. You need to write more. It's cool. I always say it's cool playing the greatest hits. You know what I mean?
But when you guys were on hiatus, were you still writing?
Yeah. Yep. That's
So
exactly what it was.
were
Pretty
you-
much just it was pretty much just like a public hiatus, if you will.
So you guys were still like collaborating in the back, saying,
Yeah.
"Hey, check this out."
Yep.
So okay, it was just a public.
No,
thing.
we were actually like scheduling. When are we going to come back? What are we going to do? What's the teasers going to be like leading up to it? What are we going to do? It sounds stupid, but we're all wrestling fans in the band. So,
Right.
when one of the top guys goes out and they tease his return, what do? You know what I mean? It's like
Right.
we try to do that stupid little shtick, do a little, vague book drop, if you will, just checking in an emoji and stuff like that.
Right.
So we were still active behind the scenes, writing, doing some recording, this, that, and the other. And
Right.
when everything kind of went back open just a little bit, we did a couple of internet stream shows, and we did a show in Johnsburg in September of 2020. And that's when the drummer
That's
flipped
where the
off.
pandemic started. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the very few venues that still threw a show. Yeah.
Yep. So we did that, and that's when we had the drummer switcheroo, and we kind of went back laying low for a little bit again, and started writing some more. And we popped out the 2 new singles that we've done over the last year. I'm super happy of the way they turned out.
Yeah.
Words of Wolves came out late last year, and then Starting Goodbye came out
Just a few months ago, right?
late spring of this year.
Right. Yeah. What it was, June, right?
Yeah. And then we got the next song is half in the can right now in studio, and we're getting some dates worked out to where we go in and finish that one up.
And do you have a guesstimation?
I'm going to say probably prior to the end of the year.
Sorry.
But-
Oh my God, there goes my allergies. That just screwed me up. Oh shit. I'm so sorry. Fuck.
No, you're all good. I'm going to say probably by end of 2022.
Okay.
Yeah.
My guess is probably within the next month or two.
So what changed where you guys decided it's time to come back? Like what happened? Did something happen, or you just guys felt that it was time you were
To
ready?
be honest with you, the restrictions started getting lifted. Things are getting a little more comfortable. I don't want to say that it's not the pandemic is dismissed or anything like that, or that it's not still there, believe me. But to have just some situations lightened to where we can go out and actually play, to where there's going to be a small-ish crowd, not like 5 people, to where it's like a live show setting again.
I get that.
So do you think it actually helped about
The time away.
Yeah. Do you think that not playing live shows every weekend, like mentally, you think that
Oh,
helped
100%.
everything?
100%. 100%.
So did you feel so before you guys decided to take that break? I mean, were you just like, what was your mentality at the time? Was things just overbearing and very stressful, or
Well,
just life and the combination was too much?
it was like I said, we couldn't say no to a show. You know what I mean? So
You burnt yourself out.
we really had to just all buckle down as a team and just decide, this is it. No matter what we're offered, we have to take this time. I want to come back. Our sets generally 8 to 10 songs. So I wanted to have at least 60% of a new set before we came back. At least 60%. So.
And are you at that 60% or more?
I'd say so. Yeah, pretty close.
Cool.
No,
yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Rob.
No, I get it. It's repetition. If you're going to keep playing the same, excuse my language, saying the same shit over and over again, eventually you're just going to be hands over your head and walk backwards.
You can do it, but where are you going to go? I mean, it's like, how many glass ceilings are you going to build?
I totally get that. So you guys made your comeback last year.
Yep.
And I did help throw that flyer out quite often. When I saw that, I'm like, I can't make it, but I got you.
I appreciate it.
How was your welcoming back show? How'd that go?
It was cool. Just
you felt the love of the return?
It was one of those moments where it's like, we're a local band. You know what I mean? We know what we are. We're a bunch of dudes that hang out. We all have kids and jobs and careers, and we do the rock and roll thing on the weekends when we can, and just after almost 2.5, 3 years to have just a packed house and just people still singing with you, screaming back at you, sporting the shirts. It's cool. It makes you feel like a bigger person than you really are. Like, to me, I always say I'm a normal dude that just happens to yell into a microphone. I'm a dad. I'm a career worker as far as that goes. But this is our fun ass hobby, and I wouldn't trade it. Right. I'm not done having fun with it.
Yeah, well, just to let everyone know, as he mentioned, I do know him. We've known each other quite a few years, and you guys are absolutely loved. And that's why I tell people, don't always trust the numbers that you see on Facebook or YouTube and whatnot. You can have 100,000 people view a video, but only 10.
And honestly, we're all DIY. We're all DIY. It's the five of us. That's it. It's the five of us.
You are very loved in the Chicago Midwest scene. You always have been. You guys are very loved, and it's like, dude, don't your likes are so much smaller than they should be because there's so many people out there who have mad respect for you guys, and I'm one of them. And I was stoked when I heard you coming back. I was stoked. I was just like, wait till I see these guys, and I finally got to see them this past weekend at the Memorial Fest for Bobby Cheney, Buddha-Palooza. And when they showed up, a couple of the booking agent, he's like, Fran, Consume just showed up. I'm like, yeah. Because I haven't seen them in a couple of years. And when I walked out, this was my greeting. These fuckers. That's my greeting. It's awesome to see them take the stage.
And then hugs.
Yeah, and then hugs in a great picture. It was awesome to see you guys take that stage again, because you guys, it seemed like you guys didn't miss a beat. Like that 2 years didn't. That was just a blink. It didn't phase you.
Ironically enough, that show that we left in 2019 was at Top Fuel.
No shit. So your return was at Top Fuel. That's cool.
Thanks, Bobby. Bobby, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So since you said you were a wrestling fan,
yes.
How far back do you go?
84, 85.
How old were you in 84, 85?
3.5.
Oh, no, I was asking him. Okay, Rob, how old were you in 84, 85?
I was born in 83, so...
I'm older than you.
I'm older than both of you. Man, fuck this. Next question.
Shut up, Fran.
Next question.
All right. If you could pick one song to send somebody to describe you as a person, what song would that be?
Describe me as a person.
No caption, no nothing. Just send that song over for them to listen to.
It's kind of hard to say because I write a lot of stuff about feelings. So a lot of what I do right now, it does kind of encapsulate me.
It doesn't have to be your. It doesn't have to be your song
Yeah.
at all.
What encapsulates me in a song?
It could even be the Hokey Pokey.
No,
anything,
you know what? Honestly, one of the songs that I listened to a lot when I was kind of in a little bit of a depressive time was "Closer to the Edge" by 30 Seconds to Mars.
Okay.
That one, I don't know. It just kind of hits me.
Speaking of them, do you feel that he's better as a singer or actor?
In respects, both. I can appreciate what he does as an actor, but I think he's a phenomenal vocalist and entertainer. So, personally, I guess that side of me would say more of the music side.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say that. I definitely don't mind him as an actor, though. I like him as an actor.
All right, so we're pretty much at this part of the interview. We'll leave Fran out of this one because she doesn't like answering this at all. I have the guest flip it around. You can ask me anything.
Yeah, don't ask me shit.
I don't need to ask Fran shit. I see her all the time.
No, you don't. That's a damn lie. I haven't seen you in 3 fucking years. Okay.
I'm kidding. I've seen you at shows before. Come on. I've been out and I've seen you at shows.
Yeah.
Just not those I played.
True.
Let's see here. Questions for you two.
No, him.
Just me.
Oh, fine.
She doesn't answer anything.
Considering I just started speaking with you and technically kind of met you tonight, Rob, how long you been doing this and how long and how did you get into it?
I'm going on 4 years now, and conversation starting this was at a karaoke bar.
Nice. And that's just kind of how it started up?
Yeah, it was one of those nights we were drinking and conversation came up. Since I average about 36 concerts a year or more, and we started to have a conversation about it, and here I am. Did a couple episodes with somebody, and then here I am today.
That's pretty cool, man.
Almost 300 episodes in.
That's cool.
This will be 282 today.
Nice. Very cool. I was born in 82, so I'll take that.
282?
282. That's a damn good number.
Nice. And then a year ago, he met me.
Yep.
You poor bastard.
You poor bastard.
Yeah,
I've been his favorite PETA ever since. It's okay. If you get what PETA means.
So every Wednesday and Thursday night, I've been doing this for not every, but at least the last 3 years, it's been consistent every Wednesday and Thursday.
That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it started at well, I'm going to put some of that was said earlier. I didn't get a chance to put that up.
Is that David Bates?
Yeah.
Hi, David. Miss you.
Aw.
And this just popped in.
Jack. Love you, brother.
I can't see that one. Hold on a second. Hey, Jack.
Love you, Jack.
So I'm jumping in. I asked all that already. So out of the members of the band right now, I mean, they've all been the original. You have the baby that's 2 years old. wait a minute, if he's 2 years old, that means he
Yeah,
showed up.
Mike's 2 years old.
Just
He's
walk
a
away.
big-ass 2-year-old. He's
So
a
he's-
big-ass
So he's
2-year-old.
the reason that you went on hiatus. That time frame just matches up. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry. No,
he
he's
showed up and you're like, that's it. We got to take a break.
yeah. It's done now.
Yeah.
It's too funny. So the goals that you had,
Mhm.
I'm not going to say before COVID because you guys actually took the break before COVID.
Mhm.
The goals that the band had before you decided to take the break.
David's calling me a liar. Come on. You know you want to read more Bible passages off of my back, buddy.
I've seen that shit. I know what you're talking about.
I'm confused on that one.
I'm a very good lectern.
He says, I hear your bullshit, sir. That's too funny. So the goals of the band before you decided to take your hiatus, are they any different than now or have they changed?
No, not really. I mean, it's always been just don't be douchebags, do a good job, kick ass, have fun, get home safe. Easy
So
peasy.
My next question is based off what you said a few minutes ago. You said that this was one of your favorite hobbies. So
Yes.
This is a hobby and not something you want to pursue?
No, and I know that's a static starter because it's where I'm at in my life. I'm a dad. I have a career, and I'm happy. It's if somebody wants to pay me to make music, great. I never got into it chasing a record deal. I never got into it to go to Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a creative outlet that I never did as a kid. I got into it at 18, 19 years old. And to me, it's just fun. If I wasn't doing this, I'd probably be playing hockey in a men's league on Friday nights.
Well, the reason why I say that though is because you guys are good. That's what I'm saying. Like the numbers, don't listen. The numbers. I mean, you're still not. It shows a decent following for Chicago, but it's a lot rated than it really is, and I know that. And you and Dan put on a great fucking show. Like it's more than just a hobby. And I think, my personal opinion,
and it's cool to hear. It's awesome.
You guys are good at what you guys are good, and you draw a crowd that absolutely loves and appreciates you guys. It's not just a bunch of friends. It's people that when you announced you were coming back, they're like, Fran, did you hear it? I'm like, yeah. Because we thought it was
the thing. I do consider that big old band family, they're all friends and family. Once I meet you once, it's friends and family there, but I don't know. It's like, to me, I know I take a lot of static for it, but I'll always see it as a hobby. I'll always see it as a hobby.
I totally respect that.
Because if it's a hobby that I enjoy, I'm not going to force myself to hate it.
So what like kind of genre? I mean, I know the music. You guys technically, in my eyes, are multi-genre, hence the new metal thing.
Very
what
multi.
would you specifically like if you were to break it into genres so people understand? Because a lot of people don't understand the new metal thing, which is actually everything.
The funny thing is,
if you were to pick 3 genres to give people a better idea of your music, what would you say?
I usually give people 3 bands. I'll give you Papa Roach, I'll give you Lamb of God, and I'll give you, Pantera. Linkin Park even, because of the 2 vocalists and everything like that, because of the way Mel and Dan's dynamics kind of work. But like I give people 3 to 5 bands. I said that's the best I can do as far as a comparison. You guys listen, and then you make the comparison and tell me.
Right. Well, it sounds good. And a lot of people are glad you're back, and I'm glad I got to see you guys again, and then scorn you when I did. But I hugged you. It was all good.
No, it's fun. It's good to be back. It's like, I get that jolt just, every month or two, just going out there and playing in front of that crowd. It's fun. It's good to see everybody. It's to the point now where my kid can come see me and she enjoys it. And she tells her friends, and it's just, it's cool. It's just a really cool thing.
That's good.
All right, I have a good question. This is for both of you, actually. You're granted 3 wishes.
Mm-hmm.
3 of that. Well, actually, it'll be 6 because 3 are for your own, and then 3 are for other people.
That's a very giving genie.
That is a very giving genie. Like I'm thinking there's some kind of monkey's paw situation going on here where
No,
for every good thing that happens, there's an equal and or negative.
I mean, we could go that way if you would like,
No,
but
no,
I'd rather not.
No, because that shit cloud
Okay.
never leaves my damn head. I don't need to create another
Okay.
one to say, "Oh, good idea." You know?
Well, 3 are for yourself, and 3 you can disperse.
This is the first time he dragged me in on a question, so you go first. I'm going to think about this shit.
All right, cool. I wish that didn't have the teeth of a goat, the bald pattern of a planet, and I wish I had $1 billion. Easy peasy.
I love you, man. You crack me up. Can you like nay like one?
No,
Oh, please.
no,
I know you can. I know you can.
I really
Okay,
can't.
everyone always says to me, and it happened again over the weekend. Your name is Fran, like the nanny. Yes. Follow-up question right away. That's great. You kind of look like her. Can you laugh like her too?
Oh,
Every time. It's always
Really?
a follow-up question. Here's the funny thing is I actually answer that. I can. Just like her. And
really?
if do you know who John Gunn is? Metal Mashup.
Oh yeah,
Even though he doesn't really do, I mean, he does, but he doesn't do what he used
he
to
did
do. with Metal
the he did the music video for Words of Wolves, the lyric
Yeah.
video.
Well, he was very strongly involved, obviously internet wise. And he was the first one, Rob, to actually get me on a podcast, even though his was a lot different. And I was terrified because I'd never been on that. But we also had John, Black Guy, not to sound racist, people, but there was a band that does exist where they have 2 Johns in the band. And both Johns, one's black, one's white. And they would just say Black John and White John to
I know
separate.
who you're talking about.
Yeah. And Black John was there for the surprise guest. And
I like
He's
them.
like,
They're good kids.
yeah, and he's like, I'll be Mr. Sheffield. And and I was like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
Of course. Yeah, I know where this is going.
I had enough drinks in me to where they got me to do it. And
I know. Yeah, that sounds about
Big
right.
John recorded it while it was live.
No.
So you're saying that
it
this
exists.
it's somewhere that I need to make phone calls?
I'm gonna send some messages and see
It
what
does.
I can turn up.
It does exist.
Add it to a song.
What?
Then we definitely need to add it to a song then.
I'll put dollars that I can find that video.
Nice little backing track.
It was like a 4-hour live podcast. We were all drinking and smoking and partying, but I did do it. And everyone in the room, because there was like 5 of them, everyone just went,
Rob,
there's
I'll have
content out there, right?
I'll
I
get that
can
audio
actually
for
do
you
it.
in the next 5 days.
I can actually, I sound just like her. And it's just too funny, but yeah, I won't do it.
No.
I'll get that audio in the next 5 days.
Yeah. Okay. So moving on. See, I can't ask that because the band's not with you. All right. In your personal opinion.
I'll speak for him.
Okay. All right. I'll back up on.
I'm
Okay.
kidding. No, I'm just
Well, you know what? This can be an opinionated question, though.
Okay.
With 2 lead singers, you guys share every song, kind of thing.
Yep.
With 2 lead singers, in your personal opinion regarding the band, who do you think is the hardest to work with, you or Dan? Who's the biggest pain in the ass?
I'm the biggest pain in the ass.
Without a question. Calling
Without
yourself
a
out.
question.
Why?
Because and he'll tell you, like, if I don't like something or if it stands out, I'm a child.
And you
I
think
am
the
a
whole band agrees?
Yeah, I do.
You think they'd agree? Hands down, they wouldn't even question it, right?
100%, not a question. No, Dan busts his ass. I give him the edge. Honestly, I do.
Good man. Good man.
That dude busts his ass.
All right, I'm gonna stir the pot here a little bit. Freaky Friday scenario: which band member you do not want to be for 24 hours?
Currently, Jeff, because he has a broken foot. And that's my reasoning.
Well, more on the fact of the Freaky Friday scenario, you'd actually still be in your own body. It's just brains, swapped.
Oh, brain swap. Oh, yeah.
So that would be like what was
if
it?
I can remember
Yeah,
correctly.
Nicolas Cage,
yeah.
like what was that
Face
movie?
Off.
Face Off.
Yes.
Face Off. Best movie ever.
Killer movie.
One of.
I probably wouldn't want to be Aaron for a day because that dude is a like badass mechanic and I don't know shit about cars.
So wait a minute. If you wouldn't want,
So like if I were like
This is where I get
put into
lost. Okay.
Aaron, if I were put into Aaron's, but my brain was put into Aaron's body.
and his brain was put into yours,
Yes.
Yeah.
they'd make you a badass for a day.
I think that I may have just mixed up the question. That's about it.
That's why I got thrown off. I'm like, wait a minute, I got confused now.
That's what I do.
Freaky Friday. I want to switch bodies with Marie brings. I don't care about what's in her head because if she sees what's in mine, she's gonna be like, either she's gonna be turned on or she's gonna say this bitch is crazy. Marie brings. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead, Rob.
If you could pick your own, well, I know I did this in the scenario with the festival.
Mhm.
But what's your dream bill to be on? Like that you would just say, "I'm done now. I'm good."
That would probably be close, honestly. Like if it was at a outdoor festival, Tinley Park Amphitheater, House of Blues, whatever. I mean, that show could be out in the middle of a cornfield, and I'd be happy. I really would. I mean, there's so many bands I could list. Like I could make probably a festival as far as that goes, and just list whatever band I want on it. And I could probably fill up a weekend festival of bands and play that, retire happy.
What was
So
the
then
best
do it.
advice?
What's that?
What was the best advice? She
Uh-oh.
said,
Go ahead, Rob.
"Just do it." What was the best advice you were ever given?
As far as what, in like the music or life or whatever like that?
Life in general. Hakuna Matata.
Best advice I was ever given. Trying to think here. So I've gotten a lot of advice over the years. Don't quit. In a positive sense. I mean, if you're doing something you like, it's productive and something like that. Just if you're doubting yourself, like me, if I'm talking about this as a hobby, keep doing it if it makes you happy.
I agree.
Best I could do is right there is just keep doing it. You're scared, everybody gets scared. Nervous, everybody gets nervous. Just push through and you got this.
Rob, you can go ahead with another one, hon.
Okay. What is that female song that you sing full chested no matter when it comes on the radio or you see it in the commercial or? We all have that song.
And it's got to be a female?
Yeah, female song, full chested.
Dude, fuck. Oh God, you know what? I'm gonna go. Oh, what's her name? I can't even think of it now. All of a sudden, pretty much any of the singles by Lady Gaga. Really,
Okay.
I could rock the fuck out of that. Yeah.
I know what France is. So
Wait, for which one?
female fronted. I mean, female full chested. I'm gonna say Lady in the Christina Aguilera. Genie in the bottle.
Just belting it out.
Thank you.
You did not.
That's my first one of the day. Thank you.
Took 55 minutes and 37 seconds.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
I made my quota. We're good.
He just called me out, and I'm gonna. You know what? Thanks, Rob. Nobody knew that publicly except people who know me directly.
I didn't even know that.
I do sing. A lot of people don't know that. I for the most part, I actually can carry a decent tune with my friendly voice, but it depends on the song and what it is. And surprisingly, there is a Christina Aguilera song with her incredible vocals that I can actually nail, and it's Genie in a Bottle. And it blows people's mind to see them when they see me go to a karaoke and I grab the mic and they're expecting me to start singing some hardcore shit, and then they hear in the background, and then I kill it, and everyone's just like, "You can sing it," but then the next song I sing can be a Breaking Benjamin song. Like, I can't scream, I can't fucking growl, but I could do that in between with my voice, and I can carry it. And he just, thanks, Rob. I appreciate it. Yes, I can sing Christina Aguilera's Genie in a Bottle. I can do it really, really fucking well too. And I know how to dance because I grew up with older brothers that were hip hoppers.
Can't dance, but my fun go-to for karaoke that you don't know about me is Mellencamp.
Really? What's your favorite song?
Rain on the Scarecrow.
Ooh.
Very good song. Very good song.
I love that song. I do a lot. I do a lot of like the clean, raspy vocal practice to that, and it helps a lot.
You know what? I can see that actually, because I know how you sing. So I mean, I could see that. Wow. All right. Well, I'm going to go back real quick. I know we're closing in on time, but I did want to talk about the CD, the couple singles that you guys just released. And I know you said a little bit earlier. I know you just released one last year, one in June, and you're working on a third one, and you got a guesstimation of soon for that release.
Yep. Soon.
What about an album?
The album, the plan on this one is not too long ago, we did a few shows with A Killer's Confession, Waylon Rivas and them, and we got to talking about how they were putting out singles and wrapping it up with a full album. We're like, that's a damn good idea. So that's kind of what we're going to do over the next probably year and a half, is just single. And then once we get, I don't know, until we're going to put them all together and make a run. So I'm thinking it'll probably be between 8 and 12 before we make a full press run.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be my goal. I'd like to churn out a single probably every 3 to 4 months.
Okay.
My question for you, because I don't know, I'm not in the industry like that. Is it cheaper to do it that way? As a single, or just drop the freaking bomb?
To be honest with you, we've only done 2 EPs and then these 2 singles. And to be honest with you, it's very comparable, but I feel it's just with the guy that we work with, I got no complaints on the price.
No, I just never knew if it was cost effective of, okay, I'm going to drop Ghost on the 17th, and then the other song 2
Yeah,
months
see, like
later.
the ones from the first two EPs, we did just all at once. Boom, just those 6 tracks came out, and then we did the second EP. Those 6 tracks came out. We played them live. Don't get me wrong. So some people didn't know what they were, but I don't know. I just felt like it's easier to push a single than I feel it is to push multiple tracks at one time.
So it's pretty much like, all right, we're gonna give them this something, so there's something later on for them to look forward to.
Correct.
So it's
and not
like
only that, it's
drawing
not
out.
everybody's going to like every song on an album. It's which songs make the cut. Okay, we got a budget for 6 tracks. Which ones do we do? You know what I mean? So, okay, well, let's take this one. We'll release it here. We'll release the next one a little bit down the road and kind of just go with all that.
Right. Yeah, Jack says all-time favorite Serenity.
That's the breadwinner.
Yeah.
That's the breadwinner.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. No, I wasn't sure if it was because, like, all right, I'm writing a book. I put this part out, and then later on put the second one out. Or is it? I mean, like, I get it now. I just didn't know if it was cost effective or it was just a teaser, like a what do you call it? An Easter egg.
Yeah, I think it's kind of column A, column B, if you will, like a little bit of both. I think it does. It doesn't take away a lot of time to do all the tracks at once. Some of the songs aren't even written. That, like, say we want to, we write a song and we want to put it on an album. Well, we already did it. We can't, So that one's got to wait for the next one. So if we have selections of songs that we can pick and choose from, we all just kind of pick, which one's going to be next, or which one gives that feel good vibe. Okay, we did 2 heavy ones. Should we do a lighter one? We did 2 lighter ones. Should we do a heavy one? There's a lot of just back and forth that goes on, and it's nothing too crazy or anything like that. But and then we also just got to take into time the producer's schedule as well. He's got a busy schedule, and it's just a matter of just getting everything aligned.
Right. That makes sense.
No, that makes sense. I just
go ahead. No, you were breaking off from that. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
People aren't waiting, like, when's the
next album coming
out? It's like, oh, when can I hear something new recorded from you? Well, you got to wait for the next album, and that's in 2 years.
Well, don't take 2 years.
No.
Yeah, no.
So what else? What's that, like? You got all this going on. You're starting to work on new music. You're gonna be releasing shit one by one. So I know you just played this past weekend. What other shows you got coming up?
We have the Prison City Halloween Massacre at the Forge coming up on October 22nd. Bear with me just a moment, and I will get you the lineup here. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
All right. So the lineup on that is, where are you?
Is an Extraction Point on that?
They are, yeah. It's
yes, I remember that, yeah, because they were asking me if I was going to be there.
We have What with their album release for No Hope, No Soul. We have Misfire on the docket, the Texas Toast Chainsaw Massacre, Villainous Grin, Extraction Point, as aforementioned, Choke Setter, Us and Consume the Divide, and I Hate People. They're also going to be having a suspension and sideshow going on there after the, I believe, the sets of the bands, and that is on Saturday, October 22nd at the Forge in Joliet. And I do believe that is an all ages show.
That's going to be a hell of a show, and it sucks I'm going to miss it, but I already have another show I'm going to be at that night. Rude.
Ooh, this woman.
I'm sorry. Marie Brinks wins. Okay, in this moment.
I'm not her.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not her.
Everyone lost out on that one.
No, she wins.
Wins. By far. Yeah.
No,
yeah. But, so, any other shows after that?
We do have one in the works for November. The details are being finalized out on that, but I can tell you who we're going to be with, though.
Really?
I just might not, though.
So anyway, are you gonna tell who it is or no?
Yeah, us and so-called Saints out in Rockford are planning a little shindig for November.
Are you gonna get your
Keep
ass
it
chewed
posted
out?
on that.
Are you gonna get your ass chewed out for dropping that, or was it okay?
I didn't give the date. Didn't tell you where.
This is true, but everyone keep your eyes open then. So you got that going for you. That's cool.
Saints are badass. Love those
Yes,
dudes.
they are. Yes, they are. I saw them once, and I've seen quite a few of it. Yeah.
They're just straight up awesome.
So, do you have any messages for your fans? Anything you would like to say?
I will.
Go ahead, friend.
No, I was just saying hi, Will. I just happened to read the messages.
No, for the fans, thank you. Thank you for liking what we try to do and put out. It's appreciated. We read the comments, we see the likes, and when we're asked to be on a show, somebody buys a shirt, a sticker, anything. I mean, we're all Chicago kids, older kids, of course, but it's super duper appreciated, and I'm glad you're a fan. I'd love to have you as a friend. Come to a show, say hi, introduce yourself, come talk to us, download the tunes, tell your friends, have them come to a show. We'd love to have you, love to see you, love to meet you, and we're going to keep doing this until we're tired of it. So thank you.
Yeah.
And thank you,
I'm a
guys.
fan of you, so I'm going to say you're welcome. I mean, we're more than just friends. I'm going to say you're welcome. But thank you for coming back.
Thank you.
Thank you for you guys all coming back because you put on a killer set. It was like you guys didn't even skip a beat, so that was killer. The whole band sounded great.
Thank you. Means a lot. It really does. It was awesome to see everybody on Sunday, despite the circumstances. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So if people wanted to look you up, what platforms are you on?
Pretty much all streaming devices. Spotify, YouTube Music, YouTube. You could just Google Consume the Divide and it'll take you where you need to go. We're on Facebook. Might be on Twitter, I think, maybe. Yeah, pretty much you just type in Consume the Divide and it'll take you where it needs to go to help you find us.
And when you get that link for that new single, let me know. I'll help you.
I absolutely will. I absolutely will.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you for making the time to be here. We ran over because we like you. Aw.
Well, I appreciate it. It did not seem like an hour or hour and almost 10 minutes. No, I appreciate you guys. Rob, good to talk to you and good to see you, man. Fran, good to see you as always. And thanks for having me on, guys. Appreciate it. Go check out Consume the Divide and let us know what you think.
Definitely. All right. You guys have a beautiful Wednesday.
You as well. Ta-ta. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, love and respect.
Have a good night.